Larry Moburn here with Roadie Free Radio. Thank you for stopping by the channel and having a look around. I appreciate you being here. If this is your first time, if you're a returning customer, then thank you for tuning in and supporting the show. So, I'm getting ready to leave for NAMM. It is snowing here in New England. I can't wait for the palm trees and the sunshine and to see some old friends. If you don't know what NAMM is, it's pretty much the biggest music and audio convention of the year. It takes place in Anaheim in the wintertime, and then in summertime, I think it's June, is what's called Summer NAMM. That happens in Nashville. I've got a panel coming up on the first day, Thursday, January 25th from 2 to 3, Keeping Concerts Safe. Check that out. I will put a link to the NAMM website below, and you can find all the info there. But today, I thought would be a perfect time, since I do have to pack up my gear, to do a video on what I'm actually not only going to be bringing to NAMM, but what I kind of generally bring when I go out on the road to do interviews when I'm not in the studio doing an interview. Now, when I'm in the studio doing an interview, mostly it's a Skype call, and I do it that way. But a lot of times, particularly when the weather's nicer, I get to go to a show, go to a festival, hang out with a crew member, backstage, on a bus, whatever it is, and I have a certain list of gear that I bring with me every time, and that has grown and it's changed, and I've made it bigger, I've made it smaller. I try to be efficient and try to keep everything to a minimum, but it's tough because I have two loves, right? I'm a podcaster, but I'm also a filmmaker. So now instead of I used to just bring my like a GoPro and my Zoom and whatnot, which I'll show you. Now the 5D comes out and it's a whole thing, and so we're there. But I want to tell you guys real quick, we are having one of our final t-shirt sales. This shirt right here, Got Roadies, that sort of got the whole thing started for me. We only have a few of these left in stock. We are selling them right now. If you head over to roadiefreeradio.com and you go to the merch section, this shirt is on sale 30% off when you use the coupon code NAMM 2018. That's NAMM 2018, NAMM 2018. I've only got larges and extra larges left, and I only have a few shirts in each size. Once these are gone, these will be reserved only for people who are going to be on the show. So NAMM 2018 at roadiefreeradio.com gets you one of these bad boys. All right, should we jump in? Let's do this, man. I'm super excited. So, first up, how do you carry all of this stuff with you when you're on the road? All right, this is the Lowepro Tactic 450. Now, everything that I'm going to talk about from here on out, I will put links to everything in the description below. They are my Amazon affiliate links at no extra cost to you, but they do help me out if you use them, so I would appreciate that. And, all this stuff, this is the stuff that works for me, okay? You might find things that work better for you, that are more efficient for you. By all means, go for it. And by all means, leave me a comment below so I know what you use and different things that I can try out to maybe get this amount of gear a little bit less than what it is now. Anyway, I had the Lowepro Backpacker 250 or 350, something like that. It was a great little bag. It worked perfectly for everything I had, except it was getting a little tight because I had to add some more gear, and it didn't have a slot for my laptop, which does come with me from time to time, and I would have to jam it on top of the camera body and a few other things, and it just didn't feel right. So sold that off. I've sold a bunch of gear. I've gotten a bunch of new gear, and one of those purchases is the Lowepro Tactic 450, which is a beast. I literally just caught the tag off this thing. I haven't even really jumped in. I mean, look at this. This sucker, it's one of these that open from the back here. And I mean, look at all that space. Oh my God, I'm gonna fill it up. I haven't even messed with the extra little baggies that they give you, but this thing's gonna be awesome. I'll have to configure it and make it my own. That will change about 10 times, I can assure you. And once I find the configuration I like, I'm probably gonna change it again. Right off the bat though, this guy's got a backpack or a laptop holder right in here, so it's protected. That's super cool. It's got all these little web things right here, so you can attach and customize this bag however you want. Another cool feature right here, this pocket, if you wanted to put your camera right in here so you've got quick access to it, this is a nice hard shell to protect it. I will probably not be putting my camera up top there. I'm just guessing, only because for quick access, I'm gonna have it down here so that I can just kind of throw the bag off of one shoulder, open this up, grab my camera, and start shooting stuff. Because we do a lot of stuff on the floor. I will put links up in here to other videos that we did from AES, and you can see what that's all about and what these conventions are like. They are super cool, and I'm so pumped to be going to this thing. All right, so that is the bag that everything will be carried in. Maybe I will do another video of this once I get it packed up, and I've tried it for a couple of months, and I kind of have a system with this thing down so you guys can see what it is that I'm doing. All right, so that is the bag. All right, we're gonna start with the podcast gear that I use pretty much religiously at this point, and then we'll go into the camera stuff that I'll be bringing. So first up, signal flow. From my voice or my guest voice into the mic, what's the mic that I use? I am currently using the Telefunken M80 microphone. The sweet people over at Telefunken were kind enough to send me a couple of these to use for a while. I have to tell you, I love them. This just has a beautiful clarity and top end. And I'm gonna give another link up here and over here, wherever it goes, I don't know, up top, for you guys to listen to not only the clarity, but I use this mic as sort of a field reporter thing when we're at the AES show back in October. It's really loud on the floors of the convention floors at these places, right? I couldn't believe how well this knocked out the background noise and simply picked up the noise or my voice as I was talking and my guest voice. It was amazing. So M80 microphone from Telefunken, that's in the bag for sure. The other thing about this mic, a lot of times my interviews are in the back of a bus, on the tour bus or out on a stage or something like that. And I'm sitting, especially if I'm on a bus and it's hot in the summertime, they've got the air conditioning going on the bus to cool everybody down. He's been working all day. This thing will knock out that noise. It's incredible. And if you listen to some older videos where I'm using the 58, you can still hear it. This thing does a great job, and it's just awesome. So I love those mics. Check those out. All right, so from the mic, we go XLR cables. I carry 2 XLR cables with me. You know, brands, I don't know. I just look for kind of a good brand. Who's RHC Professional is one of these, and then this kind, I kind of go for the ones that are all black. I kind of dig that. This mic cable came with, I don't know, it was like a deal. It came with a few other, maybe a couple stands, but the other black one that I have is being used right now, so these two will come with me. And from the mic to the mic cable, I go directly into my trusty Zoom H4n recorder. All right, you can see this thing takes a beating. A lot of my gear, I've had it for a long time because I've used it in other capacities, whether it's in the studio or out in the field when I'm shooting. So a lot of stuff's gotten beaten up. You can see this case for the Zoom has some wear and tear on it, but it's still going. Zoom H4n, it's got great preamps in it. The sound is awesome. It's got some cool features. And pretty much what I've just gone through, that's what I bring, right? I've got 2 mics. I've got 2 XLR cables. I go right into here. SD card slot right there. That's it. To monitor that, I bring, and I will also be bringing, some Sony headphones. These are the awesome Studio Sony, kind of an industry standard headphone right here. The MDR 7506. Super comfortable. They've got a nice padded earpiece right here. They just sound good. Awesome bass response. Not that podcasts need a lot of bass response, but I just love them. They're great. And they're great on the airplane. So that's, I used to bring 2 sets of these and a splitter and a whole thing so that people could actually, the guests could hear themselves also. It just became too much stuff to carry. And especially on a trip like this for a convention, I'm going to be probably carrying this bag most of the time and just setting it down to do an interview or setting it down to get a shot. You want to keep it as light and lean and mean as possible. So I bring 1 set like this, and then I've got sort of a backup set. These are the Earbeats. You know, it's like these or a set of the Apple Buds or, you know, whatever it is. Whatever you like to use, go ahead and use them. I bring a backup, and I also like these because they have the mic built in, so I can use this on a call or something like that. But pretty much, you know, depending on how the first day goes, if I feel like, I don't need the big headphones, I can get by with these guys, I'll bring these guys. It just kind of lightens the load. All right, now, the next important thing. How do I hold these microphones when I'm sitting on a bus or I'm sitting on a stage or I'm at a recording studio or whatever? The AirTurn Go Stand, all right? This thing is awesome. It has been a lifesaver. The folks at AirTurn were kind enough to send me 2 of these bad boys to use. I think I've used these for the last year and a half. Look at the size on this thing, okay? This is a full-length, regular mic and boom stand that pretty much folds down to this big. I mean, it's awesome. The only thing is, it's a little bit heavier than your regular mic stand, but look at this. This is gonna go, I have 2 of these, and they're both gonna go into my check baggage with the t-shirts to protect them, and then I'll have these out on the convention floor, or I will set up a little area where I can do interviews, because after the NAMM convention, I'm gonna be staying in LA and doing some interviews there as well. So I'm gonna need these guys. I'll tell you the other great thing about these, it's a cool little conversation starter, because I pull this out and people are kind of like, what kind of mic stand is that? And I start undoing these little feet, and this, you know, these all pull out, and they're super secure and they're super strong. It's got a 3-level, you know, extension. It's got the boom. You can get them with the boom or without. Now, if you go to airturn.com and you look up the Go Stand and you use these are $59.99. If you use the code RODY, you get 20% off whatever you buy from AirTurn. So go to airturn.com and look these up, try them out if you like. If you're a traveling musician, a solo artist, someone in a studio who's looking to, you know, minimize your footprint, check out the Go Stand, man. They are solid, they're durable. I throw my gear around a lot. These things have taken a beating, so check them out. AirTurn Go Stand, use the code RODY, get yourself 20% off. We got Pelican case, multiple SD cards right there. You need some SD cards, and I also have another one with CF cards for my Canon 5D. I think that's pretty much about it. I'm going to show you one other thing that I'm up in the air of whether I'm going to bring this along or not. This is the Focusrite 2i2 Scarlett interface. I love this thing. I love this thing. It has been awesome. I got it primarily for sort of solo recording, you know, guitar work. I'm also a singer-songwriter when I have time to do that. And so it's got 2 XLR inputs. These are actual universal inputs. You can do line inputs or XLR. It's got line outs back here, USB. It's USB powered. It's got phantom power at 48 volts right there, headphone jack, and you can adjust your level of output to input and whatnot. Anyway, there was a time when this is how I recorded my interviews. I would roll up with this, a laptop running an Adobe Audition, 2 microphones going into this. Out of the back of this thing, I was going into the Zoom, using the Zoom as the backup in case the computer failed, a headphone splitter to go out so that my guests could hear and I could hear what was going on, and a hard drive. And it was like overkill. It took, you know, 10, 15 minutes to get set up and get the whole thing going, and I just had to bag it because it was just too much stuff. I loved the setup, and I do use this in the studio, and a lot of times I will bring this on the road with me if I've already done the interview, but I have to do my intro, and I wanted to get just that better audio quality. I will use this thing. Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 audio interface. I can't say enough about their products. So I'm going to see if this actually makes the grade and comes along to NAMM with me this year. We'll see. All right, moving on. So we went through all the audio part. Now, when I do my interviews, for posterity's sake, I also break out a GoPro, and I film the interviews with a GoPro, really just to capture them and to archive them for fun. And then if I take that footage and want to flip it around for a promo or something like that, I can do that. This one's got a cool little cage on it. First, I cover up my logos. I don't know why, but I do. So we'll just see. Sublimeware. Sublimeware makes these awesome little GoPro cages that are super strong, and your GoPro fits snugly in the back. Plus, it's got hot shoe mounts on the side and the tops. You can put a mic up there, which I do, and it's got the side open here so you can get to all the connections. This is the GoPro Hero 3 Plus. I'm old. I still use the old one. And it's got a spot over here and then a spot at the top so you can start recording. And I don't know, I cover up my logos because I think they're distracting for people. Who knows? And then this guy is a lens filter. You can pop a filter on this, like a polarizer or whatever it is, if you're going to be shooting outside. So it's got a lot of cool features. Great little unit. So this thing I just set up using a Joby GorillaPod, which will also be coming. I have the smaller one. I recently got this guy so that I could do some more selfie type vlog stuff with the 5D. I needed something a little bit more robust, but I will set this up like this right in the corner of the room and film us doing the interview, and then I just take this and tuck it away somewhere safe. All right, let's keep moving. So you gotta have, when you go to a convention like this, a little branding at your disposal. So the good folks over at On Air Mic Stands hooked me up with a mic flag. This basically goes, for those of you that don't know what a mic flag is, and I suggest you check them out, On Air Mic Flags in Connecticut. They are awesome. And again, they hooked me up with this guy and put my logo on it and stuff like that. But you take your mic, you take the mic flag, you jam it down on in there, and then when you're out doing interviews like this, people know who you are, man, and they see you coming and they get scared, or they're like, oh, I'll talk to that guy. But that's pretty much what that does. So it's a little bit of extra branding and a little bit of promotion, which there's nothing wrong with some self-promotion because, hey, you got to get ahead. Business cards. Got to have business cards. I have 2 business cards right now because I have a production company, Milburn Media Arts, for my film and video production. And then I also have my Roadie Free Radio cards, which we ordered through Moo, and they are on their way. So we'll keep an eye out for those. And then finally, bingo bango, some stickers, man. These will just be giveaways and freebies, and I'll be sticking them all over the NAMM site. So if you see these things, you know I was there. But anyway, a little bit of free branding. You got to bring that stuff. But honestly, the most important part of those 3 things I just showed you are the business cards. You got to have business cards at something like this. I always keep a bunch in my bag wherever. I've got like 4 bags that I use. Even in my Pelican cases, in one of those little pouches, business cards. You just never know. You never know who you're going to meet, and an opportunity may exist to do a little networking. Before we get to the camera stuff, the other thing that I will definitely be bringing is a laptop. MacBook Pro. Here it is. MacBook Pro, charger, great, and a card reader. I've got a multi-card reader that is actually sitting in and plugged in over at my desk. So you know what a multi-card reader is. It takes different types of cards. Mine can take an SD card or the SD card adapter. I'm sorry, no, mine will take, yeah, mine takes a regular SD card or the micro SD card adapter that goes in there, or the CF cards that I use in the camera. So I got that going on. This bad boy will be with me. I can upload, check email, do my Hootsuite, do everything we got to do from the convention floor. So moving on to the camera, I've got the Canon 5D Mark III. It's been a workhorse for me. I love it. I'm still rocking that thing. And a 24-105 Canon lens. I sold a few lenses, so I'm in between. I'm going to be adding probably the Canon 16-35 over the next month or 2. I hope to do that. And that'll be the arsenal for a bit. I do love prime lenses, so I will slowly start to move into that world too. I like having a limitation on me, on myself, I guess I should say, when I shoot or when I do something, to try to really work with that one piece of gear and not be distracted or try to do a bunch of other stuff with other pieces of gear or rely on something. This way, I know I've got the 24-105, that's my lens, I gotta make it work, and I can play with different things at different focal lengths to see what works or see what different effect I get out of that lens or that particular piece of gear. I also just recently purchased the small HD focus monitor. That guy will be coming with me. Check out the link above. I did an unboxing video for that. You can have a look at that, and I'll probably do a review when I get back from the NAMM show sometime in February. I've got a fancy pouch here marked 5D Power. I got a bunch of batteries that will all go in here. Now look, check this out. I'm a pouch guy, okay? I'm a pouch dude. I don't like cables and all sloppy kinds of stuff flying around in my bag. So I put everything in its own little bags, and there you go. So let's start with the intervalometer. All right, intervalometer in this little Kensington bag. I got batteries. I use the Honel Giga T Pro 2 time lapse right here. Bingo bango. You know you're going to want to see some time lapse from the NAMM show floor, or some beautiful time lapse of some California sunsets, whatever it is. You know I'm going to be taking those with that guy. I got another green pouch, cables, connectors, all kinds of stuff. Again, you just keep them neat. You can find stuff quickly, and so that's what I use those for. I got another one. This guy's got, these are like tools, basically. Tools, connectors, hot shoe mounts, all that kind of stuff is right there. Charger for batteries, gotta have that. Listen, that's the gear, man. That's it, that's the bag. I'm super excited to go to NAMM this year. What kind of gear do you guys use? What is in your bag? What did you see here that helped you? What did you see here that didn't help you or confused you? Let me know what you think. Hit the like button if you like this video. If you're gonna be at NAMM, let me know. Come and find me. Hit me up with an email or something, info@roadiefreeradio.com, or leave it in the comments below, and we'll have a little chat. We'll grab some coffee. I'd love to see you. I want to thank you again for stopping by. If you like this video and you like some of the other stuff on here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you get notified every time a new video comes out. I got a lot more videos on the list to do this year. We're going to have some fun, man. That's what we're going to do here. We're going to have some fun, and I'm going to be doing a lot of videos from the NAMM show, so check that out as well. Okay? Cheers. Thank you for stopping by. I hope this helped. Hope it was, you know, informative to some degree. We'll see. Damn.